Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO edition. This is Gnarlrynae here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. When last we left off, she was helping out with the Harvest Festival event. She was over there at the hill and in the green fields listening to stories with Bingo Boffin and his family. Today, we are still carrying out something of the sort. We are here in the Shire homesteads. Right over here, we are on Myrtle Court. Right there's where Keeber used to live. I remember Keeber, that's where he used to have his house. Right over here next to where the Tangled Web used to have its kinship house. This used to be where the Tangled Web kinship was, back on 4 Myrtle Court here. Back before we moved the kinship down there to the Bay of Bafilus. When they brought out the upgrade, the deluxe housing expansion down there in Gondor. But today we are heading down here to 6 Myrtle Court, home of Poxley on this server. Hello, Poxley. Good to meet you. Hope you don't mind us trespassing in your yard for a moment, because we're going to go here. This is the place, if you remember the story, where the lady ended up and the guy ended up in the well. I don't remember which person it was that told, but had the people in the well and the voice down there laying out a tea set. Something lonely lives down in the well and has decided that it wants company for its little tea party. So that's where we ended up. So I don't know at this point whether I would keep a stone well in my yard or not if I lived here at 6 Myrtle Court. But way to do, Poxley. I'm glad glad you're doing your bit to keep up the ambiance for the story there. Okay, we are going to head back over to the party tree and continue on with the harvest festivities and the second group of the second adventure chain by Bingo Boffin. So I'm going to ride on over there, and I will see y'all when we reach Bingo. We're here at the party tree. We are standing next to Bingo Boffin. First, let's run through this deed. I saw we had a deed bestowed. The Haunted Burrow, 0 of 7. So that was whenever we recently, just like Nomadan had to do, we had to get access to the Haunted Burrow as well, because we had not done it. So you saw us run through the Haunted Burrow instance where you saw when Nomadan go out there and talk to Lobelia and get the spoon that opened up the door and all the rest. We had to do that on Gnarlrynae as well. So that's what that was. Oh, and you'll notice while I was down there in the Shire homesteads, I was going through changing out some clothing, getting rid of excess inventory, and found that one of the latest hats I'd gotten from a quest was better than the hat that I was wearing. I think I was wearing the Torchier hat or something like that. So we put this one on. Which one is it? This is the Bangrab. It had more armor and a higher bonus. I think the other one gave like max morale. This one gives addition to critical rating. And it had like 30 extra armor. So we decided to swap out for that one. And isn't it appropriate for the season? I had no idea at the time that I was swapping over to it that it was basically going to be a witch's hat here. So another bit of serendipity. But here we go. We're going to talk to Bingo Boffin. I was told by Phil that these quests actually came in Bingo, the second one here. I was thinking they came in, last year and this year. Thinking Frightful Tales came in last year and the Curse of Eerie Acres came in this year. But actually they both were a year forward. Frightful Tales to curl the hair on your toes came in 2 Halloweens ago, 2 Harvest Festivals ago, to get you ready for the spirit of the Curse of Eerie Acres, which came in last year when they opened up Wistmead. And this has a lot to do with Wistmead, so good timing there on them, guys. Good timing indeed. For me, since I've done so little in Wistmead to start with, it's going to be as if I have picked them up for the first time and ran them for the first time and been to Wistmead for the first time, because God knows we've done very little over there. So the Curse of Eerie Acres, that is our next adventure with Mr. Bingo here. It is recommended, though not required, that you complete the Frightful Tales to Curl the Hair on Your Toes quest chain before beginning the Curse of Eerie Acres, and I would definitely recommend it too. It definitely adds a lot more to the story here if you've gone through and heard all the stories. Where has the time gone, Gnarlrynae? It feels as if we were just discussing the strange apparition you saw in the Bindbole Wood. Let's increase it a little bit. There we go. But the year of which it spoke has already come and gone. I fully intended to spend the time researching the phantom's words, but each day was too full of chores and errands and visits, and don't you know it, here we are again, and no closer to solving the mystery. What did the apparition say? Ah, here it is, I wrote it down. There can be no reparations for the hurt that has been done. In 1 year all will fear the parting of the wood. None will escape the curse of the Eerie Acres. Despair and repair to your holes, for none but one will laugh when all is done. It still gives me the chills. Well, we will not forget those words, and I recommend that you keep your eyes open as we participate in the Harvest Festival this year. If you see anything at all that seems to relate to this curse, come see me at once. Walterick Goodworthy has opened a new field of festival games for the Harvest Festival this year, at a place called Wistmead. I have seen nothing to indicate that he knows anything about that apparition or this worrisome curse, so we should go to Wistmead and have some fun. But I will keep on the lookout for anything suspicious, and you should as well. There's a pony to Wistmead just to the east and up the slope. I'll meet you there, and hopefully Wistmead will have plenty of spooky fun and very little in the way of scary curses. This is a repeatable quest that you have never completed. So we will take it, and we will travel to Wistmead. And what was I going to say? Oh, yes, I was happy to have this. We are going to try and fit this in. It is roughly, is it 12:30, midnight 30? It's 11:30, so we're still on Tuesday at the moment, October 22nd. What is that? That puts it October 22nd. That is that the vernal equinox? Is that where we are right now? I think we are. September, October, no. Yes, October, November, December. Can't remember. No, we just had the autumnal. That was in September, wasn't it? Yes, September was the thing. New 20th, 22nd. It's always around there that we have the equinoxes and the solstices. I just have a hard time remembering which one's which. The one in December is the solstice that's coming up. The equinox is the one that we just had last month. All right. But anyway, that brings up the server here on Landreval is going down at 4 a.m. this morning. It's having its regular maintenance period, so it gets to go down from 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. And since I've got a work day coming up after this one, let's see if we can fit in our adventure in Wistmead before that happens. Always love this splash screen. Wistmead is a spooky, spooky place. Once again, I do give full props to the devs. The fact that they created this after taking it over, it's like good to see this game is still getting the love. Still getting the love and all that it deserves. I swear that they're doing more with what they've been able to have, more with their meager resources than it seems like the team was ever allowed to do back when Warner Brothers owned it, you know? Bingo waves you nearer, but he is clearly suspicious of this place. Bingo Boffin, indeed. So we have found Bingo. Look around. Is that a carved? Yep, it is carved. It's carved with a face and a couple of leaves sticking out for ears or antlers or something. Nice. Hello, Bingo. Fun and Games, Part 2. I must say, Walterick Goldworthy has done quite a nice job of creating a spooky atmosphere for the Harvest Festival here at Wistmead. This is where we should have told our scary stories in the first place, Gnarlrynae. Can you imagine what Dinodas would have done if we tried scaring him here? Even the least frightening story might have been more convincing when told in this atmosphere. I encourage you to find my various cousins, the lot of them once removed, and see what they think of the games here in Wistmead, but do not forget to remain alert for any suspicious activities. There might be an apparition on hand seeking to conduct some nefarious purpose, and if this curse of his is real, we want to know about it in time to prevent it from being carried out. Even so, try to have fun anyway, Gnarlrynae. It would be a shame to spoil all of Mr. Goldworthy's work with an excess of caution and worry. Wistmead really does seem like a fitting location for spooky fun after all. I saw Angelica making a beeline for the ponies to the northwest, and Berilac mentioned something about taking a snooze near the maze. Find them first and see what they think about Wistmead. Okay, so Angelica is over by the ponies, and they are over here by the little hub center, as it were. And then we'll see if we can find Berilac over there by the maze. Spot cat. Begonia. Palinard. Angelica Boffin. Oh, the nice painted horses, or in this case painted ponies, which we saw in the recent GTA one I put up called Action Dwindon. Dwindon has the greatest luck with getting these. He opened up probably on his first or second time. He got the painted horse out of the chest in the burrow. On his second or third spin of the wheel over at the GTA casino, he got the car on the podium, the sweet little sports car. On his first or second attempt over at the treasure fields, he got the treasure goat that drops the little coins out of the broken bags behind you as you run along. I love my brother, but I hate my brother. Let's talk to Angelica.
Hello there, Gnarlrynae. Will you look at these beautiful ponies? Aren't they simply delightful? I understand that Carl Proudfoot has loaned them to Walerick Goldworthy for the duration of the Harvest Festival, and they've been painted with these frightening but adorable designs.
Let me have a sip of my coffee here, okay? All right, let's try this again.
If I did, that didn't help at all, did it? If I did not love horses and ponies as much as I do, I might be quite chilled to see them. But I do, and I'm not. I am having a lovely time here in Wistmead, and everything scary I've seen seems to be on purpose, Gnarlrynae. Cousin Bingo's curse must have nothing to do with this place after all, and he likely worries for nothing. I will stay here with the ponies. Everything seems just fine to me.
Okay, so Angelica hasn't found anything going on. Let's see if we can find Cousin Bellerick taking a nap by the corn maze. I see the name Boffin. I see a ring. Yep. It's Berilac. Berilac Boffin. Oh, it's you, Gnarlrynae. I came with my brothers and sisters to Wistmead, but I'm quite ready to leave. I was promised Harvest Festival fun, but this does not seem terribly enjoyable to me. All I want to do is curl up here outside this maze and take a restful nap, but I've not been able to get comfortable. There's just something about this place that keeps me awake, and that is most unusual. Why, I would say it is a first. I will keep trying. Are my siblings having a better time than I am? I hope so, but above all, I just wish I could take a nap. This is usually not a problem. Talk to Camellia Boffin by the tables in Wistmead. Alright, got tables over here. Yes! We got two more Boffins over here. Camellia and Griffo. Let's talk to Camellia.
Welcome to Wistmead, Gnarlrynae. I spoke with Walerick Goldworthy earlier, and he told me that it took quite a long time to clear this field and prepare it for the new Harvest Festival activities. I am very glad he took the time, because the spooky atmosphere here cannot be matched by anywhere in the Shire, and everyone is having a wonderful time. Naturally, I asked if there was anything that still needed to be done, and it turns out there's still some baked goods waiting to be set out on those tables. Could you pick up one of Holly's pies from the tents on the other side of the field?
Camellia lowers her voice conspiratorially.
I must warn you about something, Gnarlrynae. The pie filling has been fashioned with blackberries and currants, and should be delicious, but Holly Hornblower has made it look as if the pies are filled with creepy crawlies and spiders. A number of hungry hobbits may try to get in your way, but give them a good look at the pie and they will surely leave you alone. Pick up a spider pie in Wistmead and carry it to Camellia Boffin. Alright, so... she said on the other side of Wistmead. I'm going to assume that's where the tents and the tables are over here. We were in Wistmead for a short while last year. And... yep, there we go. Freshly baked pie. So I know there aren't too many places like... I mean, there's a lot of places about, but not too many places like this one, where you've actually got stuff. This freshly baked pie smells delicious, but there's something off-putting about the way it looks. What sort of filling does this pie contain anyway? Are we carrying a pie? Yes, we are carrying a pie. Awesome. Good, good. I need to go and do the pie quest in the Shire so I can get that pie carrying animation. And let's drop it off. Camellia thanks you for the pie, but Griffo eyes it with distaste. I volunteered to work here at Wistmead during the Harvest Festival. Good for you, buddy. Who are you? Wistmead helper. Griffo! I thought Wistmead was going to be full of fun activities and delicious food, Gnarlrynae, but it seems I was mistaken. I wanted nothing more than to dig into one of these pies because the pie crust is golden brown the way I like it, and the smell makes my mouth water. But on closer inspection, you can plainly see that the pies are filled with spiders. It is an affront to good taste. I do not understand why folks still buys pies from Holly Hornblower, honestly. I am not enjoying my time in Wistmead, Gnarlrynae. I am just so hungry, and I do not like that feeling. If you want to find someone who is having a good time, perhaps you should find Marigold. I expect she is enjoying herself because it is dark and a little scary. I saw her looking at the misty woods on the other side of the field, and she might still be there. I will try and rummage up some edible food. Wish me luck, because I'm not eating one of those spider pies, no matter how delicious it might smell. Can't fool me. Find Marigold Boffin by the misty path on the western edge of Wistmead. Alright, that we can do. So by the misty path. I know there's a path that goes around that side of the corn maze. Is there going to be one on this side of the corn maze? Let's go and find out. I love the ambiance. I do love the ambiance. It's spooky music and all the owls and the little laughing children and stuff like that. There's Marigold with the other one. Marigold Boffin stands by a fog-enshrouded path and the wolf owls on the edge of Wistmead. Hello, Marigold.
Ah, Gnarlrynae, how are you finding Wistmead? I am not especially interested in the Harvest Festival activities that Wallerick Goodworthy has set up here, but I'm very curious to know where this path leads. The fog hangs thickly all around the trail, and the darkness seems almost a pool among the trees. It feels like adventure to me. Cousin Bingo made me promise to stay in Wistmead, or he would tell my mother and she would be very cross. So for now, I will not follow this misty path. But you made no such promise, did you? You should walk along the path and see where it leads, and then come back and tell me what you saw. That is a capital idea, is it not? I'll be waiting for your report, my friend.
Yeah, capital idea there, Marigold. Send me to do the spooky stuff. You walk along the path for a time, but the fog is very thick, and you may have gotten turned around. Alright, that's where we came from, I guess. We were facing this way. Where are we at? I just saw someone pop up in front of us, so I don't think we're an instance. And here comes someone from that way as well, so yeah, I don't think we're in an instance. There aren't too many public instances in here. except for things like, well, Wistmead and Frost Bluff and that sort of thing. Not adventurous, venture-style things as well. Where are we? Okay, so we came out on this side. All right, we came out here, so Marigold, talk to Bingo Boffin by the Misty Path out of Wistmead. So we've still got to go talk to Marigold. Wonder if she's going to send us in again, since we apparently have failed to find anything on the path. And if this continues, I will start taking a lesson from the people who passed me there and start riding my horse around in here. Hello, Marigold.
Gnarlrynae, how did you get back here without my seeing you? You got turned around in the woods? This must not be ordinary fog after all, but a magical and mysterious mist that lends itself to confusing even the most perceptive of adventurers.
That's awful kind of you. You've always been my favorite, Marigold. You know that.
How delightful! I will do some thinking and see if I can come up with some means of countering this curious canopy of cloud.
You like alliteration, don't you?
For now, you should return to Bingo and tell him I am having a great time. Spooky mysteries abound.
All right, so let's go talk to Bingo once more. He will be back here by the gourds where we left him, I would imagine. And then we are coming up on just over 20 minutes, so this will be an episode here. All right, so the Eerie Acres set of adventurers. It looks like it's going to be a 2, possibly 3-parter as well. So we are going to have fun with this with Gnarlrynae. So this will be our 3-parter episode to finish off SLOTRO. We had a 3-parter for SLOTRO 2, so we're having a 3-parter for SLOTRO here. Let's talk to Bingo.
The longer we stay here, the more worried I become, Gnarlrynae. How do my cousins feel about Wistmead?
You tell Bingo that Angelica, Camellia, and Marigold seem to be enjoying themselves for various reasons, but that Barrelac and Griffo do not seem to be having as fine a time.
At least some of my cousins are enjoying the Harvest Festival here, even if it cannot be said for all of them. I suppose this cannot be the curse at work, and unless it is a curse has chosen to mildly inconvenience a few hobbits, which seems unlike any curse of which I've ever heard. Curse or no, I still wish more of my cousins were having a good time. Except Bingo. Did you notice, Bingo? The 3 females are having a great time. The 3 males here are having a bad time. Or are not enjoying themselves. I wonder if it's significant that it's divided by sex that way. So which one do we got next time? The Parting Fog.
Perhaps I'm making a great mountain from the shrew's burrow, Gnarlrynae, but that apparition you saw in the Bindbole Wood has me all aflutter with worry. What if the curse of which it spoke is just around the corner, and it waits to level its full effect upon the hobbits celebrating the Harvest Festival here in Wistmead? Do you think you might speak with Wallerick Goldworthy in front of the maze, and ask him if he encountered any difficulties while setting up the festivities here? I hope I'm just being silly. I would not be able to enjoy the games here at Wistmead until I set my mind at ease, and right now it is all a bustle with spooks and scary shenanigans, but not in a good way. So talk to Wallerick Goldworthy in Wistmead. That we will do, but for now we will stop right here. When we come back in the next episode, we will be heading over there to talk to Wallerick. So for y'all, it'll probably be a hour or 2 after this one, after I get this one up, because I'll have to edit and process that one. But for me, it's going to be just a couple of seconds here, because I'm going to go get started on it right away, seeing if we can beat that 4 a.m. timer there. So I will see y'all again in just a few.